On March 25th, 2019, track and field coach Rob Baer's wife, Tiffany Baer, passed away while fighting stage 4 breast, brain, lung, and liver cancer for about 15 years. He just released a book called Braving Your Adversity, where he talks about how to get through life with hope, faith, and courage.
Anybody can do it on the easy days. We all know that. If you're feeling great and things are going well and you get that A on the test, or you run that personal best, or you hit that home run, or whatever it might be, it's easy. Anybody can do it, but it's on those tough days, those challenging days, when you have to reach deep into the well of fortitude and pull up the best version of yourself. That's what the book's all about. It's trying to help people on their toughest and most challenging days. The inspiration for my book was definitely my wife, Tiffany Baer. She was a fighter, she was courageous, she was strong, and she was a warrior.
Rob's wife, Tiffany, went through multiple surgeries, several rounds of radiation, and over 50 chemotherapy treatments in her fight against cancer over the last 15 years.
I hope the reader gains an understanding of Tiffany's hope, faith, and courage, and how brave she was. And I hope that the reader can take something from this book to make themselves better on a daily basis. I hope it teaches them to be a difference maker. I hope it teaches them to reach out to help other people and just make this world a better place.
On the 2-year anniversary of Tiffany's death, Mr. Baer held his first book signing event. It was a 2-hour event held at the Baer's home church. There were multiple people lined up at the door 45 minutes before the event had even started. Throughout the course of the night, hundreds of people came in and gave sympathy and were so excited to be reading this book. Book buyers include former and current athletes, co-workers, and friends.
Well, as much as I've known Rob, there are a few people that come along that are just truly inspirational in everything that they do. And I think that what Rob has shown is that through all of the adversity and the challenges that they had in their lives, that he persevered, that they both persevered through that. And he still was always that bright, shining light. And that's what's inspirational about him, about his family, and that's why I certainly want to be here to support him and purchase his book. I'm very, very proud of him and very proud to know him. Very proud that he is also a part of our staff at Cornwall Lebanon. Just truly an inspirational and outstanding man.
It was a tough read for me, but I did get through it. It's a great book. It's written real well.
My favorite parts of the book was definitely looking back and seeing all the memories that I've gone through, just like looking back and just how having all those flashbacks of good times and stuff, and just see what she gone through and how she can inspire so many people.
He's, was just always so upbeat when he would come in when she was getting treatment, and she was always so upbeat. They were just a great family, and we always looked forward when they were coming in.
He's always been someone that I've looked up to as like a great person in my life and a lot of other people's lives.
As I wrote the book, I can honestly say it was one of the best things that I could have ever done. It was very therapeutic for me. I finally figured out why all this happened. For the longest time, I carried a lot of anger in my life. And I just finally realized that God's plan was different from our plan. Tiff and I's plan was to ride off into the sunset together, to live happily ever after. But God's plan was for us to spend a little less than 20 years together. And his plan was to make each of us better. And Tiffany did that for me on a daily basis. For her to be able to influence so many other lives through this book, it really makes me happy.
Others didn't even know him and found him in the Lancaster newspaper and traveled at least 1 hour to get there. At the end of the night, they had sold about 240 books to inspire hundreds of people. In the first 2 weeks, they had sold all of the 600 books. The books are still available, and you can find them at bravingYourAdversity.com.